Greetings Internet, Oxleymations here again for another video. For this particular episode, I'm going to be taking a taste of a couple of Thanksgiving offerings from Arby's, and a bonus. So to start things off, Arby's has two different sandwiches they're offering this year. They've been offering these the entire month, but I just now financially was able to afford a couple of fast food sandwiches, because that's where we are now. And they also have a pastry, but that's not the extra, not the bonus. You'll see what that is toward the end of the video. All right, so to start things off, they have the deep fried turkey gobbler, and then they have the deep fried turkey club, and I got one of each. Ta-da! Still in their little wrappers. So I'm going to go ahead and undo the wrapper on this first one. Okay, I think this one's the club, because I think the gobbler has, like, it's got a special kind of bacon, I think. Like deep fried bacon or something silly like that. Whereas the club is just a deep fried turkey club. Well, the turkey itself is deep fried. The club sandwich is not so much. So let's go right on ahead and sink our teeth into this thing. Where is a good spot to get a good amount of the flavor? Because we got a lot of cheese on this side, but we got a lot of bacon on this side. If I go right down the middle right here, that should be it. So it's actually a pretty good sandwich. I forgot to show what it looked like under the bun, because I thought the bun was going to be fused because of the cheese. And we got cheese, we got some bacon, we got lettuce. Oh, we got tomato. I wasn't expecting that. We also have some mayo on here, as evidenced by my fingers just now. And thankfully, they remembered the napkins, so I can do this. I wasn't aware that there was going to be mayo on this, which I'm fine with. I don't hate mayo. I just wouldn't sit there eating it with a spoon, like yogurt, you know? But I took that bite and I saw this glop right here and I was like, oh. And I could taste it all up in my mouth. But anyway, the sandwich itself tastes pretty good. The turkey is actually kind of nice and juicy. The cheese is melty, which is always nice. The bacon is nice and crisp. Excuse me. The bacon is nice and crisp. The lettuce is a bit wilted, but that's to be expected because the sandwich had to sit around a little bit in the store and then in the car on the way home. But I'm happy with it. I do not regret getting this sandwich. I regret that I had to wait so long to get one, but that's beside the point. All right, that's been the turkey club, the deep fried turkey club. Set that off to the side. Now let's move right on to the gobbler. Now this time I'm going to try and be a little bit more professional and actually, show the stuff before I take a bite. So here's the sandwich as it sits. Let me try and find a more picturesque angle. Oh, there we go. Mm-hmm. And I was wrong. It doesn't have bacon on it. It's got these crispy fried onion things. But it also happens to have mayonnaise or some kind of special sauce, which is just kind of like all over this side. Let's get a taste real quick. It's like pepper mayo. It's a bit of a peppery mayo, maybe with a little tiny hint of mustard mixed in. It's good. And now here's a shot of what it looks like underneath the hood. We check the undercarriage next, because why not? There's the bun with all of that sauce dripping all over it. And you come back here, your crunchy little onion portion. Tried to fall out. Tried to escape. It's far too late to escape this fate, little buddy. So here we go. It's got a good smell to it. Okay. Oh, and it's also got, I think that's Swiss cheese on it. I forgot to mention. But that is a tasty sandwich. I think this one has the gyro sauce on it. I think that's what that is. Now that I'm thinking about it. That, combined with those crispy fried onions. Sorry, I just spotted I got a little sauce in the corner of my mouth in the camera there. But the combination of those two things, that's the good stuff. Oh, it's also got some tomato on there. Just kind of hiding out in there with the lettuce. That's good stuff. There's another word I want to use, but what the hell? I'm allowed to swear at least a couple of times in a video. That's some good shit right there. Okay. I'm going to stop myself right there, because if I don't, I'm just going to eat this whole thing right here in front of you all. And this is not a mukbang channel. It's just occasionally a food review channel. To varying degrees of actually reviewing the food. Use a napkin like a civilized human being. Just... Alright. The other things I got with this meal, jalapeno poppers, because I'm a fan of jalapeno poppers. But that's not the big thing going with this meal. The pastry that I alluded to earlier, they have a pumpkin turnover. So I'm assuming this thing is like a pumpkin pie turnover. So let's go ahead and get a look at this thing. Slowly pull it out of the wrapper. A whole hell of a lot of the frosting fell off in the bottom of the bag. But what's left still looks good enough. There you see some of the pumpkin filling just kind of popped out while it was being deep fried or baked. I'm not sure how they prepare these. Regardless, to your health, everyone. Oh. The way this thing is constructed, it's like a giant toaster strudel. Nice flaky crust. Real nice and airy with a bit of a chew on the outside. It's got the gooey filling in the middle. The icing on top, I think that's supposed to be a buttercream type icing. or not buttercream. What's the word I'm looking for? Cream cheese icing. It's got kind of a cream cheese icing thing going on. That cream cheese combined with this makes it almost taste like a pumpkin roll. And if you're down with a pumpkin roll, if you like pumpkin rolls, you're going to love this thing. Okay. So I'm putting the kibosh on that. Because, I mean, that is really good. I will say, though, it's very sweet. It just hit me all the sweetness after having tasted those savory sandwiches back to back. But it's not bad. Personally, I might get like one more before the season is out. Thank you, off-screen assistant. But now, we're on to the bonus. Because you see, near my local Wendy's, there's two other fast food places. It's literally on a kind of a corner. So you have Wendy's. Actually, no, it's more than just two. If Dunkin' Donuts is considered to be a fast food place, there's Dunkin' Donuts. There's Dunkin' Donuts, Arby's, McDonald's, and then behind the Arby's, there's Wendy's. And it's set up in such a way that you can literally leave the Arby's, pull around to the McDonald's parking lot, drive straight through the McDonald's parking lot, make a right, go over a little bit, and there's the Wendy's right there. So because we were in the area, and because we both wanted to try the new Frosty flavor, I went ahead and got myself a salted caramel Frosty. So, without further delay, I'm going to give this thing a try. I'm going to wind up taking a couple of bites of this before I give a rating, just because I still have that pumpkin turnover flavor, like, well and truly all over the inside of my mouth. And I don't want the flavor of, I don't want my review of this to be tainted by that wonderful turnover. Don't mind me, I've got like some weird hiccups and burps trying to come up. So if I start going like, that's what that's about. All right, so bite number one to kind of clear the palate of the last sweet thing I just had. Okay, so now for the real first bite. That is a very nice color. It almost looks like the pumpkin pie Frosty they had before. I think they had a pumpkin pie Frosty, didn't they? Or like pumpkin spice?
I don't remember. I think you're thinking of a blizzard.
Yeah, it might have been the pumpkin pie blizzard from Dairy Queen, but I was pretty sure they had a pumpkin spice. I know for a fact they did. I reviewed it like last year or the year before. But anyway, to your health, everyone. I will openly admit I had been kind of put off of salted caramel anything after trying that abysmal Pepsi several years ago, the salted caramel Pepsi. And speaking of flavored Pepsis, apparently Pepsi has a new flavor coming out, gingerbread Pepsi, but you can only get it like through TikTok Shop or some nonsense like that, or is like part of a special giveaway. So I'm not going to get one, unfortunately. But we're not here to talk about Pepsi. We're here to talk about the salted caramel Frosty, and this is really friggin' good. I will openly admit that I say this is really friggin' good about a lot of the things that I have, but most of the time I pick winners. And this is a winner. Mm. Mm. If you're a fan of salted caramel, you're going to love this. It's a bit rich. It's quite sweet, which should come with the territory because, it's ice cream. It's a dairy treat. And it's not trying to be healthy, so yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. So we'll just kind of consider this my Thanksgiving special, I guess. Thanksgiving's not for a few more days yet, as of the recording of this. But that's just how it goes sometimes. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and wrap this up here. So I want to... I should do the whole recommend, don't recommend thing that I do sometimes. I do recommend this, the Salted Caramel Frosty. I do also recommend the Pumpkin Turnover. I just will caution you that it is a bit on the sweet side. I think it might be partly due to the cream cheese style frosting on the top. With these sandwiches, I believe this one's the Gobbler. I highly recommend the Gobbler, especially if you like that hero sauce, GYRO, however you actually pronounce that sauce. You will like this. If you love that sauce, you will love that sandwich. And I also recommend the Turkey Club, but I recommend the Gobbler more. I would say if this was a 4, that one would be a 6. All right, so now that I've done that part, I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in and watching my content. I do truly and greatly appreciate it, along with each and every single one of you out there watching. If you like what you've seen here today, you know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully the thing just made that rainbow circle thing when I said that. It's kind of cool when it happens. And with all of that out of the way, this is your old pal Oxleymations saying that I will see y'all in the next one. Later.